Hi, it's Randy from SAS Gypsies back here again. A little bit of an update. I got bit by the crypto bug, and so I went and bought a 1060. We'll see if I can throw it into my main rig here, or well, I shouldn't call it a rig because it kind of dishonors those guys that actually have the 10 or 12 cards. But my mining system, let's call it the box, the mining box. So my mining box, I'm going to add this 1060. Right now I've got a GeForce GT 710, 1 gigahertz or 1 gig GTX 750 Ti wind force in the system right now. So this is the before. As you can see, I'm running about 265 hashes per second. And I'm also running Minergate to recapture because NiceHash doesn't recognize, or doesn't do anything with my 1 gig 710 GT 710. So I'm putting it on one of the GPUs on Minergate, and I'm also mining off my 8-core or 7-core CPU because you have to have 1 core to have NiceHash work. Anything more than 1 core, I didn't notice any difference. So anyway, we will. So yeah, I guess also too, the temperatures, my 750 Ti is humming along at 46 degrees Celsius and has been for about 24 hours now. And my GT 710 is about 47 degrees Celsius. I've overclocked them a bit. I know, conservative. Basically, if there was no extra noticeable difference, I didn't want to push them. I want them to hum along. I don't want to try and grab as much as possible. Although with the price of Bitcoin climbing up to just over 5,000, I heard, might want to be. But no, I just want to push these cards as normal. My wattage as well, or amps, I guess. It's about 222 as you can, or 2.22 as you can see. So we'll see how much, if we do have any savings, or if we actually go on more. So anyway, we'll be right back. Okay, so now we got the card installed. The Windows 10 picked it up nice. The 1060 installed it good, so I had no problems with it. As you can see, it's at a 44 degrees Celsius. I haven't overclocked any of this yet, so we'll basically get to see where we're at in the mining. So now the NiceHash miner, because I've installed a new video card. Let's see if we have to do any improvement. I don't know that I have to do any benchmarking, so we will just give it a start. Oh, it's going through all its benchmarking. Okay, well, once we're done the benchmarking, then we will come back and see where we're at. Okay, so it's done its benchmarking. There's 38 different algorithms, I guess, and it's gone through a lot of them. With the price of Bitcoin, some of the higher ones will net me about 84 cents a day. Ooh, but assuming that the power stays the same, it was 68 cents a day. So I'm going to make 20 cents a day. And I'm also going to have coins that I can trade. As you can see, you have to select some of them the actual benchmarked. I'm assuming that that's what they would choose from. So this Dagger Decreed and Dagger Hashimoto, I didn't get any speed out of them, so obviously it does have a BTC per day. So anyway, we'll select them all and see how this works. So we'll just hit no. See what my... So we've got 675 kilohashes, which is much more than that 200 and some. So we'll get the Minergate going and see where we're at here. I want to turn off all of these. I don't want to start mining any of my GPUs because I'm going to be using both of them for this. So I can turn up my cores. I wonder what would happen if I did start that. We still got 666, 88. Yeah, no, we're going to turn them off. So yes, I am going to start mining with my 8 cores. And nope, we want to turn that down one more core. Get them up to 6. We want this up to the 660. 675 is what it was before, so that would have been nice. You notice that a lot of my more accepted as well. Since I've got the higher card. Well, that's a good thing. Don't know if that's going to give me any payments, but in theory, it should. Doesn't even seem like my... It doesn't even seem like my my other GTX, my 750 is running. So I'm just going to stop it. See what some of the benchmarking is on that. Well, I got benchmarking, so just start with that. Oh yeah, okay. Doesn't look like this card's even working. So we'll We'll just see what that one. I think it's these two here that it wants to benchmark. So we'll just stop that. Stop the miner. Oops. We'll go to the benchmark. We've got the 1060 highlighted. See no speed, so we'll just uncheck them. Close it up. Should be able to start. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, so let's get me some KSEC algorithm. Just gonna check my card here. Everything seems to be still okay. Stop that. Let's try my Minergate to see if I can actually use my GTX 750. Why can't I use both of them on Minergate? I'll have to do some research on that. Well, it works fine on Minergate, so maybe we'll just pick up some BCN coins there. I'll research that a little later. Everything's still nice and temperature's still good. Yes, you have to put the profile number 1. There we go. We'll accept that. Should see some of the notice coming up. Got a little bit of squeeze out of there. No, pretty variable. So we'll revert everything back to normal. Just do what we did before. I'll play around with this and maybe get back to you. So what I'm doing essentially is doing the core clock, memory clock, and some of the temperature and power limit to play with this so that this hashing goes up is what the key is. So I will get back to you. Okay, so I played around with some of the settings. I've got the benchmarkings to the maximum, minus a little bit just for buffer. So we'll start with the GTX 750. As you can see, it's on its default settings. I'll start up the Minergate. This is the GTX 750 Ti GeForce WindForce Edition. To select just one of them, you want to have these sliders. So as you can see, the stock at the GTX 750 Ti. One's about 190. 175 to 190. So I'm just gonna pop that up, and then we can see where we're at. As you can see that the base core is popping up. And now it'll be around the 200 to 224. So that's substantial. 20% increase, or sorry, 10% increase. I'll take that. And then we'll start the Minergate. You notice that I've disabled the 750 Ti. NiceHash at this time doesn't seem to like to mine with both of them. So I've had some success with BCN off of Minergate. I'm going to, that takes us to about around 210, 2.1 amps. So I'll start up the GeForce 1060 just for this setting. I've, in the previous one, when I had my just the 750 running, I had the kryptonite, so I'm just going to force it to only have that. If you want to really utilize NiceHash, you want to be enabling as many of them that are benchmarked, because then from what I understand, NiceHash will choose which is the most profitable for you. So anyway, because the previous video, or previous part of this video, was on kryptonite, I'm going to force it, just keep it that. So we'll start that. I'll turn this off to the 1060, and it's on its base, which is default, and you can see it's going to show up as I want to have 2 cores because I've got 2 video cards running. Should pop up back here again. This wasn't the choice when I started it today, but just for comparison, I've kept it on the kryptonite. So you see the base core is about 427 hashes per second. That's on the defaults. So I'm going to take it up to the overclocking that I've done. Once again, I did that off camera because it took so long to kind of fiddle with it. And we'll apply it. So that takes it up to about 483. So it's approximately 1/7. That's about 15%. A little less than 15%, but so once again, overclocking on both of these, I can get about 15 extra percent out of the cards. With both cards running full max overclock, I'm at about 2.6 amps of draw. And that's going to take me around 82 cents per day of power consumption. Says I'm making 64 cents a day, that's what I understand. Now if I take this and I put it onto the, click all my benchmarks off, sorry, click all my selected ones, If it's a speed 0, none, that means that the benchmark failed in my case, so I can't start the miner with those selected. May look later time to get them going, but I'm just going to select all the possible ones. Now also with the benchmark, I want to make sure that there's just the first one chosen. I can go into my check all profitability. See where we're at. It automatically fills in everything. I'm going to calculate. Right now it says I'm going to approximately make $1.25 a day. That's just off a NiceHash. So with that, and probably the, I don't know, 20 cents off of Minergate, I should be making around $1.50 a day with 84 cents power. So that's like 70 cents a day. It's not much, but it is definitely making some money off it. You know, to pay for all my hardware, I'm going to have to hopefully that those coins will go up and I'll be able to trade them higher. So I'm just going to save, close that. I'm going to start the miner, and as you can see, it's going to start mining on something different. Different miner, because NiceHash will do whatever the most profitable coin is. And my temperature is still pretty good. These cards, I guess from running online and looking online, they run to 70 to 80 Celsius. I've set my temperature limit at 80 just because they're running high. I think I'm going to leave it at 80. Right now I don't have anything but the card fans that are running for cooling. I have an open as you can see, I'll show you what my box looks like. I've got the GTX 1050 Ti on a riser and external. I've also got my 750 Ti that's mounted in the first PCI slot, and this seems to hopefully keep it cool, and we'll see how this thing runs.